I'd rather drive than fly some. This guy just went live on us, right? I was just about to say something, but
We got to go with the cold start.
almost had me.
Uh,
Welcome, everybody, to the Home Theater Hub, episode 88. And Don literally just took our backstage conversation live, and I'm glad what I almost said never came out. So that's good.
We didn't want to be blamed for showing up at 8:30ish again.
well, it's yeah, you're right. We are on time today.
We're perfectly on time. I don't know about perfectly, but
And there's nobody watching now because you showed up early. Everybody,
everybody be here in
hey,
15 minutes.
Let's give
Because
it 15 minutes.
Chuck is going to show up
But we know
2 minutes late.
no one's here, so we're gonna throw out a
samurai. Finally, a manly beer.
Japanese lager.
yeah.
Nice.
Something without fruits, please. There's no fruit on it. Good.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, if you can't find it, it's
they're
not
samurais and swords, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Very nice. It's got your
So
regular beer flavored hops in it.
Yeah.
No, we were just talking about Cedia.
Yep.
The next upcoming big event, and I think I'm pretty sure I'm like 90% sure that I'm going to be going. I think Ike is 100% sure that he's going to be going.
It's always 99.9.
I'm 10%, right?
And Paul's 10%. We're trying to convince him. Like, if I'll buy you beer, we're good. Come on.
I know a lot of places around that area. You know, it's literally a half a mile south of where I just went. Rhino District. Yeah, just south of the Rhino District. So
nice. We need it. We need a tour guide, man.
Oh man, if you want the Rhino District tour guide, I've got it. So.
Yeah, we need a tour guide. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, I mean, I don't know how I can pass it up unless an emergency happens because as of yesterday, flights were super cheap from Miami. So, to get to Denver, I don't know what Denver's doing with these airports, but I think it was $145 and $165 nonstop round trip. You know, were the two prices that I saw, and I can't fly to Orlando from Miami for that price. You know,
that's how much gas it's going to be.
So I mean, it's that's like a up in the air 20 minutes and back down type of flight for us. And man, I can't imagine what Denver's paying, how Denver's coming up with these kind of flights to get people out there to smoke all the weed and take gummies.
Look, everyone is finally showing up on time, which is about 5 minutes late. So that's good. True to tradition.
See, Derek, we got you. That we were in Ike was in mid sentence, and I just pressed start because I wanted to be on time.
Oh, whatever. You probably hit the live button on accident.
Yeah, that's what I did that one.
That is more plausible.
Hey, that's how you got to do it, man. No, it's like
that is actually more plausible that you hit live on accident.
It does take 2 clicks. I stumbled over it twice.
Yeah. It's allowed.
So yeah, well, since people are joining, let's do it. Welcome everyone to the 88th edition of the Home Theater Hub. Where's Wade at saying that he got here late and he needs us to restart the show?
We've done a second restart. Wade.
We will start over.
For those of you that don't know, we got Mr. Nelson joining us today. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Nelson. How are you, sir?
Very good, very good. Thanks for having me, guys.
We definitely appreciate you joining us and
going
to give us a nice theater tour. We're already getting a glimpse to the background in there. We got Lawrence of Arabia back there. We got old school Batman.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, Casino Royale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Got some nice flicks back there for sure.
Rogue
Yeah.
One. Is
All
that
the old school
is that like
stuff.
the original Batman back there?
Yeah, it's on from the 60s. Yeah, the show, the Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's save all of that. Let's not get Derek to leave after 2 minutes of showing up.
I would have Clockwork Orange and
Yeah.
Soylent Green. You know, it's
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Paul meet Nelson. Nelson meet Paul.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Demetri, I'm doing good. I'm doing
Good.
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 Paul
Been drinking.
decided to join the show like 2 minutes before, so we didn't get
That's
to do
my
the formal
norm.
formal introduction there.
I gotta keep it real, you know, live. You know,
There you go.
like
Yeah.
So how was your week, Paul? How was your week?
it was good. I've been trying to work on something else super complicated, and it's annoying the hell out of me. But other than that, I've also I watched a couple, which I'm skipping ahead, but I watched a couple animes, My Hero Academia movies, and I think I am going to yet again take my NAS and totally wipe it clean.
Oh,
wow.
I'm gonna go back to the QTS,
Hmm.
but I'm gonna do a test first just to see. I think it's something to do with the way the ZFS, which is like you have, you know, different like file format, you know, you have like FAT16, FAT32,
Right.
EXT3, 4, and then the newer stuff is like ZFS, which for corporation is amazing because it can go up to like the QNAPs can go up to like 5 petabytes, right? Where QTS can only go up to like 250 terabytes. But that I think will be enough for me. I mean, I say that, and I'm already, you know, got 128 almost full. But I don't. I think there's just something the way that it's managing the live stream. Like it can handle big data, I think, better. And I'm just making this up because I don't understand all the stuff when it comes to that. But the first thing I'm going to do is take my old NAS and put the same movies that I just watched on there and test it to see it pause. Because what's happening is I'm sitting there watching it and it'll just stop all of a sudden. And
It's
I'm like,
buffering.
It's not even buffering. It's just stopping. Like,
oh, wow.
Like someone hit pause. And I'm like, wait, what the hell? And I've been messing with it, trying to figure it out. And today I was messing with, I was thinking, okay, maybe it's a HDMI sync issue, replace the HDMI cable. I did a full recovery install on the Zadoo and then upgraded the firmware back to, or the theater poster program back to like, I tried the minimum version that accepts the poster wall. I tried the latest version. I tried the oldest firmware. I mean, I'm troubleshooting the hell out of this thing, and the problem is it takes like 30 minutes while you're watching a movie, sometimes 45 minutes, and then it'll just be like, boop, it just stops. And it recovered once today, and this is like a 1080p movie. It's not even like that much of a, it's not that big of a file, it's, but
I think I think it might be a player issue more than a NAS.
Well, and I thought that too, but I used the UHD. I use my Plex on the Apple TV. I never have the problem. I use the NVIDIA Shield. I never have the problem. I use the UHD 8000, and I also had the problem. But that's different, even different hardware and firmware. So it might be the way that it handles the SMB mount and the way maybe it caches a little different. I don't really know. But I know that looking some stuff up, the way that the ext4 file system, it's a little more efficient with streaming and stuff, where ZFS is better at larger data, deduplication on the fly, and like real time sync if you have multiple NASs and stuff or backups. But as far as like just home streaming, it's the only thing that I haven't done. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and try to test it with my old NAS because the hardware is like 1/10 of the NAS I'm using now, right? Like I can do like 5 4K transcodes, 4 flawlessly. Like
how many gigs of RAM do you have in that?
32 gigs is what it has.
That should be plenty.
Yeah. It should be, but ZFS requires a minimum of 16 gigs to even work. Like it won't even work. Where like EXT, I think 1 gig, you can't even buy the minimum that the EXT4. Like they don't even sell 1 gig NASs. It's like 2 gigs is your minimum. So that's like double the minimum. And I do have double the minimum for ZFS. Anyways, it's a long thing that, like I said, I'm gonna put those same movies on the older NAS I have, and if that plays flawless, I'm gonna be reformatting my damn NAS again and putting it.
Yeah, well, that sucks because I know that's a lot of work.
That's not a fun.
Well, it's a lot of time.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. It's like click. Okay, here's 3 days.
Yeah. Little by little.
I'll come back in 3 days and make sure my battery backup works. That's the only scary part. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, no, well, I'm glad you're working out all the kinks before I go and buy my NAS. So.
Yeah, I hear you. So
use you as trial and error.
It's like, let me know if I should buy that exact model or buy something else.
Go for I should have gone with the i7 or the i9. I don't think that's the problem though, because like I said, the older NAS that's running off of I don't even know if it's an i series, and I never had a problem with the Zedu player. It could be the player, right?
Could be.
I just everything I've done, it's like, and you would think, okay, the Plex works fine on the Apple TV. I mean, absolutely no problem with that, but I'm not sure if that's just the way it caches.
What kind of HDMI cable are you using? Is it a passive or is it like one of the fibers?
I'm using to my AVR from the Zedu. I'm just using like a 3-foot SVS.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, so that you don't have any. You don't have any.
Just a regular one in there, and I swapped it. I even have the Gobi sync box on output 2, and I thought, well, maybe that's messing with it. So I unplugged that. I unplugged like all the other HDMI cables just in case there's some weird CEC thing. I mean, I'm doing all the tests. And
remember, you had something going on a long time ago where your Apple TV was causing something.
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't run as the CEC was getting blocked from an Apple dongle hanging off of a non-plugged in HDMI cable. So that's why I thought, oh, let me test this other. I was working on that we had a power blip, and I didn't think anything of it, but
now you're telling us more the really important stuff. So
well, that was a long time ago. The reason I had the issue and I didn't think of it right away, I was doing some RU measurement stuff, right? And I have my MacBook HDMI cable that has a USB and HDMI for the mic, and then the HDMI to the AVR. Well, I had a power blip, so I unplugged the adapter, but I left it plugged in because the only time I ever use that adapter is for that scenario, for RU and stuff like that. So I just left it plugged in, and I have it routed over underneath to my coffee table and stuff so I can comfortably do my stuff. Didn't think of anything of it. Well, after the power blip, things reset, and I have my Apple TV, and it controls everything. Like I don't need any multi-remote. It turns on the AVR, it controls the volume, it does everything. It was not working, and I could not figure out I was resetting it, because after power blips, sometimes I have to resync it, right? All I do is just power off, unplug the AVR, unplug the Apple TV, plug the AVR in, let it power up, do its thing, plug the Apple TV in, and then just hit power off, and it controls everything again. It's
hence the reason why I got the IP controlled watt box.
Yeah, that's but that
show off.
That has its own problems. But anyway, it wasn't working, and I tried every reset imaginable, and I just was like, okay, let me just, I was like, let me just restart. I unplugged everything, and then it started working again. I was like, wait, what the hell?
I have that problem too.
And it was
in my
the
bedroom.
friggin' dongle that's not even plugged in. It's an HDMI cable that was just hanging off of the back of the AVR, but it had that dongle, and it was blocking the CEC.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck?
Don't even bother asking me how my week was, because it was like less than 2% of whatever Paul just went through.
That was a while ago, but this whole trying to troubleshoot the Zadoo thing, which is my favorite player because it's super thin. You just launch it, you go. It's like a kaleidoscope. It has the same controls and everything. The only thing, like I said, it just started pausing. And I think it's something to do with my new.
So this, friends, is why you got a kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
When you lose the movie, when it stops playing altogether, if you go back to the movie, does it still leave off where it left, where it stopped?
Yeah.
At least it does that for you.
Yeah.
But it's annoying as hell, man. And sometimes I can watch like a full 4K movie, nothing. I'm like, what the hell?
I was thinking maybe your HDMI cable gets overheated after a certain amount of time. If you had the ones with the chip, like the fiber optic that you got to plug in and stuff like that, maybe it got a little overheated after a certain amount of time.
I do have the fiber one going to. That would make sense if, well, I don't know. It could be anything still yet, but like I don't have that problem.
Keep us updated because I'm interested.
When I'm watching the Apple TV, Jessica watches that all day.
Right.
Never has a problem. Like yeah, that's streaming over internet, but never a problem. And I'm pretty confident that I can watch the movie on Plex, which makes you think, oh, well, then it's not the NAS, right? But I think it's just the way that the Android operating system handles it versus the Mac OS and how it caches the stream, I guess. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. But like I said, I'll before I go through the trouble of redoing the whole thing,
So Dan says if you use a thumb drive with a file plugged directly into the player, does it still stop?
Yeah, and that's something I thought about too. I already have all my stuff as a backup, so I could just plug that in
directly into
play that movie, and I will. That may be something that might be what I do first because that would be the easiest, because I don't have to do anything. And just test that. That'll be step one, right? Then you'll know, okay, whether it's the player
or the NAS,
or something. You isolated it off the network. But if that plays perfectly fine, then it's something to do with I would say the operating system, because I know it's not my network. This is the whole reason I upgraded my network. I have friggin' 10 gig going to the switch.
Right.
2.5.
You got too much speed. It's just
yeah, I know.
I already sent it. It's gone. Half your movie's gone. I already played that.
I delivered that like a week ago. How did you drop that? Yeah, pretty much.
You're gonna have to connect that to the 2.5 gig port instead.
I had it connected to dual 2.5 running multi SMB. I dropped it down to SMB2. I just had 1 2.5 gig port. Then I thought, okay, well, let me just plug it directly into the actual router, 1 gig, one of the 1 gig ports. That's where the switch that my AV rack is plugged into. So that's just like basically a direct connect at that point. And one gig. So there's nothing, it shouldn't be oversaturating, or anything like that. But I don't know. I even thought, well, maybe if I go on Wi-Fi, maybe it's something to do. I've thought of a lot of stuff. Maybe the Wi-Fi will buffer or something. But
have you thought about giving it a good bash? Anything mechanical?
No, man.
Anything mechanical, give it a good bash.
You do not want equipment around me. I literally thought about throwing.
Who can guess what movie that quote is from? Anything mechanical, give it a good bash.
Yeah.
Anybody that can guess. I'll give you a clue. It's a World War II movie? Anybody that can guess, just let me know in the chat.
Mhm.
Give it a good bash. It might work.
Yeah, give it a good bash. That's funny.
So let's get off of the
Yeah.
networking NAS
Yeah, that's enough
topic.
drama for that.
How was your week, Ike? Well, I had to fix my internet too. No.
much better than whatever Paul just went through. It's been busy. I was working like right up to we even got on the show, so that's how crazy of a week it's been. Didn't get any chance to watch any movies, but I think I already have what I'm going to try to watch this weekend. I don't know if you guys are seeing Jordan Haterade Cowboy did a review of a movie. Is it War at the Worlds or something like that?
War of the World?
Yeah, something like that. And dude, he sounded very traumatized after watching that movie.
That's been out for quite a while, I think.
It's a 2025 movie, right? The one
That's,
with Ice
that's
Cube.
Tom Cruise. Oh.
You know, I think it's the one with Ice Cube and.
Oh yeah, that you know that got like 0% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, and that's
And
all
like,
Jordan was saying. He was
Yeah.
like, he was literally traumatized just reviewing the damn movie, talking about how horrible.
Yeah.
I have never seen anyone describe a movie that.
Well, Ice Cube is like sitting
I
at
was
a
like-
desk the whole time. So.
That's funny.
It was like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now I really want to see this. And I don't know if I want to share in that trauma, but man, his review was like, I was like,
Don't
what
waste
a-
your time.
Yeah, everyone was like, yeah, you got to save your laser or your
So
light
what is
bulb.
the worst movie? What is the worst movie that you've seen in the last few years? Like I know mine. Like that's Silent Night, which is they were trying to do like a new genre, like Quiet Place was. You know how Quiet Place was like
Uh-huh.
an amazing movie, and how they used
I heard Silent Night wasn't bad.
oh man, it sucks so bad. Like it was just like they forced the whole movie is based off of no one talking. But that is not real. No one talks in the movie.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Violent Night, not
Oh
Silent
yeah,
Night.
that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That's the Santa Claus one. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that one wasn't bad. I mean, that wasn't like, ooh, it's an amazing movie. But
Right.
I'd give that a 6. Yeah, I mean, that's like, okay, this is a no think watch that's entertaining. Yeah. No. Silent Night. It's about a guy that like gets his right at the beginning, he gets, and I think that's in the trailer, he gets this like throat shot and he survives. Like he gets shot through the throat somehow and doesn't get his spine exploded or whatever. Who knows? But anyways, and no talking. Like his wife never talks to him. He friggin' like they're texting. Like, and then like he's walking in a super busy building and all you kind of hear is this.
They gotta find some way to pay cheap actors, right? If they give them no lines,
the acting was pretty good. The acting was good in the movie, though. That's like it wasn't that the actors. It was none of the.
That'd be right up Ike's alley because he likes those old silent films and stuff.
Nothing like what Paul is describing.
You might love it.
No.
There's zero talk. I think
No.
there's some talking in the beginning, maybe.
Is it in black? Is it in black and white?
No.
Then I'm not even bothering to watch it.
I'm
not even gonna bother to watch
and
it.
it didn't even get that bad of ratings, like on IMDb. And I was like, I'm sorry, I disagree. This is like a 2 at the best.
Yeah, I saw that movie you were talking about. Like I was the other night, I couldn't sleep, so I was like, all right, it's 11:30. If I watch a 2-hour movie, I'd still be like 1:30. I should be okay. So I go downstairs to the theater and I'm surfing through the Prime and then everything else, and I'm just looking for like a quick movie to watch. The menu wound up watching me because I fell asleep looking for a damn movie.
What was the rating on that?
Oh gosh,
the scroll.
The menu was better than the Ice Cube movie. So, how was your week, Nelson?
It was good. I just got back from Florida. I was on vacation.
Oh man, you should have stopped by.
Yeah. During the time, I took a little minute. I went to Disney Springs and I saw Fantastic Four.
Oh, you saw it at Disney Springs?
Yeah, they had it in Dolby Vision. So
yeah, man. I shared a picture of that last week. Let me see if I can pull that back up. Let me go back here. Here we go.
Yeah, you can tell I was traumatized by my issues. Just talked about it for 20 minutes.
What the heck? Where is the stream now?
I think my worst movie I probably watched was Battlefield 8. I don't know if anyone has seen that.
Oh.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I was up there the previous week.
Oh, okay.
We went up for my son's birthday. So his birthday was the 27th. So we were up there from Friday through Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, I was there and they had the signs for the entry right there. And so, yeah, how was the experience with that?
It was good. I mean, I enjoyed the movie. It was in, it's, these superhero movies are, they're just, superhero movies, but the presentation was excellent. The Dolby Vision was good. Sound was okay. It's a good movie,
Was it crowded?
Yeah, man. It was. I went Saturday, and it was sold out.
Oh wow.
Yeah. See, we were there, and I did actually did Circus Soleil that night that we were walking Disney Springs.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if you get back down this way, you definitely want to take that in the Circus Soleil. I think that was the highlight of our trip. It was fantastic. So
yeah, I saw the Circle of a few years back, but
okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Another movie I saw at home on my home theater was great flick, man, Death of a Unicorn.
Oh, you know what? I was just listening to Brightside. I'm a week behind.
Even heard of that?
I was listening to that, and it from what I understand, they said it was excellent for the home theater surround sound and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, and it's not like a unicorn that you expect.
No.
It's wild, man. It reminds me a little bit of From Dusk to Dawn.
I love my movie Dusk Till Dawn. That's the only horror flick. Well, I won't even call it horror, but that's the only scary flick.
Yeah.
That I would rewatch any day, anytime.
So check this out. Check it out. Death of the Unicorn. It's
that's not your typical unicorn.
No.
That looks pretty wild. And you know what? The funny thing is that gets like a 5.9, right?
Yeah.
And like the Silent Night, the 2023, that got like a 5 something. And I'm like, dude, no way. That's like a 2. Like the actors were really good in it and all that. It's just, you could just tell they were forcing the whole, like, oh, let's make this movie where no one talks. And it'll be like big Academy Award or, Oscar winning, acting. It's like, no.
Look, they probably lost the audio track or it probably got corrupted.
Like, oh crap!
And they didn't want to pay the actors.
Objects, and we deleted the base layer.
They didn't want to pay for another voiceover. Let's just make it a silent movie.
Yeah. And another one I saw was Warfare, which was really good also. So.
Warfare,
I'm still yet to see it.
You guys got to check that out. It's really good.
I haven't seen that one yet.
As much of a war movie freak I am, I still haven't seen it.
It's really good. It's probably going to be number one on most people's home theater experience. Most of the people. I don't know, man. I mean, look, I know Civil War came out. Civil War came out last year, but I I think I like Civil War better than Warfare.
Oh.
There's some scenes in Civil War that I would put up with it, put side by side with it,
Mhm.
but it's they're very close for me, you
Right.
know. But both of them are fantastic. Both of them has like flyovers and all kind of stuff happening at the same time, tanks and everything else. But yeah, it's close. But Warfare is excellent too. But there are, you know, it's also told in like a different type of, you know, from a different type of angle, right? Kind of like the Civil War was told from the reporter's standpoint.
Yeah.
You know, and but yeah, I didn't pull the trigger on Death of the Unicorn yet. I'm waiting for it to go on sale on.
I believe it's on HBO right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you have HBO Max and
yeah, I think I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like $25 on Kaleidoscape, so I'll wait for it. Usually they'll run sales and I'll drop down to like $15, so I'll pick it up when it drops down to that. But so I actually watched a couple movies this week too. You have any more that you watched, Nelson?
Another one was Novocaine. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah, I watched some of that. Yeah,
I do want to watch that one.
Yeah, it's like nobody.
Did I finish it though? I'm trying.
So it's about a guy that
Can't feel pain.
He can't feel pain.
No, I know I watched it. I don't think I finished it. I started watching it, but I don't think I ever got to finish it. So that's Jack Quaid, right, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I think I did the same. I did fall asleep on it. That's because I go down to the theater at freaking 12 o'clock at night.
It's cozy down there, huh?
It's quiet. I have a nice, comfy couch. It's the most comfortable couch I've ever owned.
That's the way you put yourself to sleep.
If I want to go to sleep, that's it. Because it's super quiet in that room. So
yeah, I was gonna say it might just be the sound, man. I'm telling you, the sound and.
I can fall asleep sitting up, you know, anywhere. It doesn't matter to me. So.
Yeah.
So any other things, any updates to the theater or anything like that, Nelson, that you've done in the past week?
No, I mean, the last thing I purchased was the hard drive for my Kaleidoscape.
Oh, okay.
You know, I believe I'm at this point now that I'm happy with everything and I'm done.
Well, we're getting a little sneak peek of the theater coming up.
The done word.
Not the K word.
You're done.
I'm done, man.
That's a whole redo. That's what that means.
Whenever you say that, you're about to tear down the whole room.
Yeah.
No.
That's the only reason Don hasn't finished. He's like, no, I don't want to start over. Once you say you're done, it's
Nah.
It's a whole new one. Yep, that's funny.
So I actually took part in 2 movies this week. I watched excuse me. I watched the Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh, I seen that too. I did see that too. I totally forgot.
Yeah, it was okay. You know, I
thought it was pretty funny. It was.
Yeah.
I liked it. It had a lot of nostalgia in it.
No, it was. You know, it was cool. It was very.
There was a lot of man. I tell you, it really makes you feel old and sad because there's a lot of things in there.
There's a lot of cameos in that.
Yeah, they did a little whole thing that it's just like, oh wow, like oh damn, like oh shit, and you're like, dang man, I'm old.
Yeah, exactly.
Like geez.
Yeah, so I watched that. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was as funny as the first one, but it was it was still pretty good. It was worth the watch.
Yeah,
you know?
If the first one was a 7 for you, this was like a 6. Yeah,
right.
It wasn't
correct.
like but it was still.
I really enjoyed the first Happy Gilmore. I'd probably give it a 7 or an 8. Yeah, for comedy. You know. And then my second one was the How to Train Your Dragon, the new live action.
The live one. Oh.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
How was that?
Good.
There was a lot of surround sound, a lot of home theater moments in that movie. So there's definitely some demo worthy scenes in there.
Cool.
So I'm going to go back on the Kaleidoscape and try to pull some of those out for for the scenes that you can do.
So that's something that I'm always curious about, because animation is like, while it may be more difficult in editing and all that stuff, you have to it's easier than doing live action editing, like, so you really have to rely on the story. So did it pull together well, because it is a lot more difficult to do, like, like if you have some explosion, you just draw the explosion. It doesn't matter. You can do what the hell you want. It's all digital, or you can make it all digital or draw it if you're old. Versus whenever you're doing live actors, you have to try to make it look real and render it.
CGI, baby.
But that is a lot more difficult than just full CGI. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have the exact shadow. You don't have to do the, when you're animated, you already have a suspended reality, versus, you don't have to shoot. You don't even have to draw shadows in half the scenes in in an animation. But I always wonder, because sometimes they have to cut it so much with the action and the big pinnacle moments, that it kind of makes it worse. But how was it?
So I have to be honest with you. I've never actually seen the animated version of the movie. So I watched it this way, but I do want to go back and watch the animated version also. So yeah, so I'm not sure how they actually would compare, matching the story wise. But as far as home theater experience, I think it's definitely worth watching. It's definitely Gerard Butler as a Viking dad. I don't know, but so some of the parts got a little cheesy with him being the Viking dad of the the boy that trains the dragon. So, but yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. So I wouldn't say not to watch it for I'd probably give it a 6 or 7. But there are some good demo scenes in there where like the dragons are fighting and stuff like that. So, but yeah, pretty good.
That's cool.
So let's go ahead and check out the chat, and then we're gonna get to know Mr. Nelson a little bit better. So, want to thank Mr. Johnny for joining us. Appreciate you, Johnny. Derek Hall back in this week. Jonathan Boone. He asked, "Did anyone make it to Audio Advice Live?" Unfortunately,
not this year.
I did not. I don't think. I know Ike didn't make it. Paul didn't make it. Nobody here did. I know that Tech Enthusiasm, Jeremy, he was there. I'm pretty sure that Michael Youthman didn't make it either.
Yeah, interesting enough, I didn't see a lot of content on the YouTube space or even social media about it.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah. That is interesting. You would think that people would have made. I've seen like maybe a couple videos.
I only saw Tech Enthusiasm.
I know.
Only once or twice.
What's his name? Did Brainy?
Yeah, he was there.
He was there.
Genius
was there.
Ron.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Ron was there. So
I saw his little interview with the
Ascendo guy. Yep. Yeah, he did a good job with that. Good job, Ron. If you're watching.
Yeah, and that was fun. That was interesting. So
yeah, so we didn't make it. We I know Ike and I had talked about it, but unfortunately my wife had to work that weekend, so I was on daddy duty, and I don't think that that anybody wanted my son running through those halls. So
Yeah, for me it was kind of it felt kind of too close to
What's
see
this
there because
snail-shaped speaker, Dad?
see there is around the corner too. So
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I didn't want to be buying $100,000 pair of needleless from him. You know,
that was your
running
college,
through them.
son. That was your college. That was your college education.
that would be so messed up because I have to deny him. Like,
Who's that kid? Whose kid is that?
Yeah.
You get a
Somebody
DNA
get their damn kid. Who
He'd
brought
be
a
like,
kid to this
I
show?
think it's this guy Ice.
I'm gonna bail. You go bail him out later on, but you were like, not me.
So Dan's in the chat. Johnny Speakers, welcome, sir. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Mr. Van Gool's in the chat. Dan Carpenter, Vincent. So definitely appreciate you guys joining. Who's this guy, Croissant? Who's him? Anthony in the chat. Thank you guys.
Like a bog.
Appreciate you. Rob in the chat. Dinosaur. Nice. What's up? So Butler was the voice of the original cartoon. Oh, okay. Yeah. So thank you for clarifying that for me. So that definitely makes that more understandable why he was the actual character.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't seem that odd. But okay.
Well, that's because I didn't know, you know. So I said, I didn't see. Just the act that's to me, it wasn't his type of movie, right? You know, so that's why he's more of a like an action or a fighting type. I see him as like an action or a fighting type of yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, what's more 300 than Viking? You
know,
know,
I understand that.
I mean, you know.
What's going on, Tim?
Yeah, I hear you.
Thanks for joining us, Tim. Appreciate you.
YouTube royalty team. Thanks for joining us.
Ah, yes.
So, everyone, we welcome Mr. Nelson. Mr. Nelson, give us a little snidbit about yourself and what got you into this wonderful hobby of ours.
Okay. 1977, the premiere of Star Wars. That's what got me into home theater.
Wow.
So.
All right. Yeah. And that was at the drive-in.
No, it was it was in New York and in the Astor Plaza, which that it's not around anymore. But after seeing that, you know, you go home, and at that time there were no videotapes, you know,
right?
No cable, just an antenna on your roof. Yeah. And whatever you get on TV, you get on TV. So going to the movies at that time was really special, you know. Being
cranking it up, second one already.
Yeah. Being that you couldn't see it again, you know, unless it gets re-released in the theaters again. So
right.
That was my first Star Wars was in a drive-in. That's man, if that's something to get you hooked. The audio is not as good, obviously, because you got the pan.
Yeah, I saw that in 70 millimeter with 7-track surround sound.
Wow.
And it was like, wow. You know?
Yeah. If that doesn't get you hooked, you're not into it.
Yeah.
You're just like,
very nice. Very nice.
That's all it took to get you hooked, but now you need a $200,000 speaker.
And then I would get the 8 millimeter. They only had like 20 minutes of the movie on 8 millimeter. So I bought an 8 millimeter projector and just watched 20 minutes of the movie without even sound. Later, the sound came in.
Wow.
You know? And then after that, when I became more like, you know, in my teens, there was a format that came out from RCA. I don't know if a lot of you guys might even remember, but it was called CED. And it was from RCA, and it was like a disc format, like a laser disc, but it used a needle, a stylus.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. If you look it up from RCA, it used the stylus to play back the movie. And that was like the first time I was able to actually pick up a full-length movie at a reasonable price, because they were around $25 to like $40 per movie.
Ooh, capacitance electronic disc. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, never heard of that.
Yep.
Never.
CD.
Wow.
And then after that, Laserdisc came out around the same time, but this was like the poor man's version of Laserdisc, and it failed miserably, like within a year.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds like something Nikolai Tesla put together, man.
Yeah.
With that name.
Yeah, it was impressive at times. It looked really good, but since it's a stylus and it's on like a disc, like a record, it would skip at times. So while you're watching the movie, all of a sudden it just skips, you know. So it had its moments where it wasn't great, and then sometimes it would look good. But I was so excited just to watch the movie at home, and have actual a nice cover of a disc. If you look it up online, you see the covers were awesome, and the posters that they used on it was awesome too. And then from there, I went to Laserdisc, and that was for a long time, the Laserdisc. And again, that had its issues also with laser rot. And that was 480 lines of resolution. In between there was also Super VHS, and then afterwards, when Blu-ray came along, there was also a videotape format called DVHS, and DVHS was 1080 lines of resolution, so it was HD. And that was from JVC, and that format went for a bit, maybe a year or two too. There was some tapes that you could buy that were in HD, and you could actually record programming. This is before DVR, of course. You could actually program the tape, the DVHS to record your shows also. So yeah, that's basically what got me started, is like from CD and now until now, which of course is all the digital formats, which is like Kaleidoscape. Yeah. And I also have a Zapedi, which
a paperweight.
The Zapedi, no, because the Zapedi, you could use the Arvolution.
Yeah, that's app. Right. I forgot you can use the Arvolution app. You're correct.
Yeah. So it's actually pretty good, you know, with the Arvolution app. It's basically like you have an Arvolution, really.
Right.
And then I backed up all my discs onto the Arvolution, but I still have a Kaleidoscape for like my special movies.
Yeah, for your demo scenes.
Yeah, and the Star Wars, and stuff like that, you know.
Very nice.
Now,
very nice.
Does Kaleidoscape have the original master?
Star Wars?
Yeah. Or
no, nobody has that. That was never released. You can get it. There's a Star Wars. It's called Star Wars 77, 4K 77.
Yeah.
And these were some fans that.
Well, I'm not even talking about like the original, like released in the theater. I'm talking about the original released to DVD. Because even those, they've cut scenes out and changed scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah, the original cut of the films came out on DVD, but they weren't even anamorphic. He just gave us that was just like a throw-in, you know. So George Lucas at that point. But there's a group of guys that made a 4K 77 version of the movie, which it's the original cut, and it looks great. Looks pretty good, you know. Yeah.
I have my original DVDs that I keep on my Plex, but I also have the 4K releases. So but I still keep those on there just because there's little things that
little nuances on those DVDs.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, but
he added a lot of nonsense too that she should have never messed with.
yeah.
You know, but he felt that was his movie and do whatever he wants with it. So
right,
so he did. You know.
So when you obviously, as Ike says, we're getting a history lesson here. So you obviously have a vast knowledge of the all the different formats that came up when you were experiencing these formats. What were you using for audio? What were you using to process the sound and speaker wise?
My original system consists of a Sony surround receiver, not Dolby surround, just surround receiver, which had voices in the back, and a pair of Bose 301s.
There you go.
You know, and a little.
Everybody had Bose. No shame in that game.
Yeah, if you were into audio, you had a pair of Bose.
Bose, yeah. I mean, you know, and then some 201s in the back, and a fake center channel up front, some homemade center channel that I did.
Nice.
But I didn't get into the high end audio part of it. There's a store in New York that it still exists. It's called Stereo Exchange, and I was maybe in my 20s, and I had those Bose speakers, and I walked into Stereo Exchange, and I said he used to sell used gear at really good price. So I walked in there and I said, you know, I would like to change my receiver. You know, what do you suggest for me to get? He goes, look, pick up this NAD amplifier and this little preamplifier here, and it'll blow away that Sony receiver. Just 2 channels, and it'll blow it away. And I said, oh, okay. And I picked it up. It was like $75, you know. Picked it up, got home, and I was like, holy, what a difference in sound, right. You know. Just to go from, I guess at that time they didn't make the receivers as well as they make them now too. You know? Right. So it was a big difference. And then the next thing was switching out the Bose, and I bought a pair of Magnaplans electrostatic speakers.
Wow, that was a big jump.
Yeah, they were SMGAs, and they still make them up to this day. And they were only at that time $400, like $495. And they look like ironing boards, you know. Mm-hmm. It's just a flat speaker. And then that was the starting point. Just having those speakers and that preamp. And then I would connect like the laser disc just in stereo, because there was no Dolby Surround just yet when I got those speakers in that amp. And then later on, I don't know if you know this company called Fosgate. I think they did car audio as well, but Fosgate was one Rockford. Of the main, Rockford Fosgate, but Jim Fosgate did a surround processor, and that was my very first surround. It was Dolby Surround, not Pro Logic, just Dolby Surround. Dolby. So it would have center channel, but it was like you had to sit like right in the middle, you know, to get that center channel, and it had, you know, steering surround for Dolby, and that was a nice little piece, and that's what got me into surround sound. And I had that for a few years. And then after that, then the Pro Logic came out, and then Fosgate made a Pro Logic processor. And then DTS started coming, and then the Dolby Digital with the RF signal of Laserdisc was fantastic. But yeah, that's what started it, you know.
Very nice. Very nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how many iterations would you say that you've had of a home theater?
Man, I got pictures too, but I don't have them ready. I had a Sony, a professional Sony monitor. This is when I started getting into the Laserdisc and getting better picture.
Right.
It was called a PVM 2530. It was like a cube monitor, and the picture was amazing for that time. Great picture, and the Laserdisc looked fantastic on it. So that was my first, Jim Fosgate, yeah. That was my first monitor where I felt the image was off the charts. You know, it was like great, you know. And I had that for a while, and I think I went through maybe 4 different systems through my lifetime, you know. And then HD came out. Oh, this is a story. I was so excited about HD TV, but I never saw it. So I went to Madison Square Garden to see a Knicks game, and they were one of the first people to broadcast HD, MSG, and another guy who did it was the Dallas owner from the Mavericks. What's his name?
Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
Cuban.
Yeah, he set up. Remember he had this thing called HD Net. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
When HD came out, and the image that he would get out of that, like if you were lucky enough to get like DirecTV and had that channel, you would see some amazing images. But I went to a Knick game, and it was the first time I saw HD, an HD format. Watching the Knick game, I was blown away. I was like, holy shit, I've never seen it. Felt so lifelike, the image quality felt so lifelike. That was a big jump from 480 to 1080. To me, that was like a turnaround in the whole thing. It's like anybody who could remember 480i and go to 1080i would say that was like a tremendous jump.
Huge jump. Yeah.
I was just going to ask you with your I think you're already alluding to it, but I was just going to ask you with your experience, talking back to 1977, what's your thought as far as one of the biggest, changes in home theater? And you were already hitting on it for me, with that particular going from 480 to 1080p.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, for just in television alone, was absolutely huge.
Yeah. I think that was one of the major things. That's when, because now at this point you can get a bigger screen and have enough resolution that the image is going to look okay.
Exactly.
When it was 480i, that's not enough lines to fill a big projector, because all you're going to do is see scan lines.
Correct.
Right. So even though I wanted a bigger image, when I got into it, I bought a Zenith projector that was only 480, and the image was huge, but you could see every scan line, which was terrible, but you were okay with it because you got a bigger image. You felt like you were in the movies.
Right. You were immersed in it.
Yep. Yeah. So I think HD was that's what made a big difference in home theater, more so than 4K, from 1080 to 4K, because I felt that, yes, 4K now is better, especially with HDR. But when you first started seeing the TV sets from 1080 resolution to 4K, you weren't really super blown away by it. I think you were blown more away if you were lucky enough to see 480i and jump to 1080. I think that was such a big jump. But from 1080 to 4K wasn't as big.
Yeah, especially with the smaller screen sizes back then, right?
Right.
Versus now that we have much bigger screen sizes where you can tell. But then on your 24-inch TV,
and Blu-ray and stuff like that's 1080p now, so there's not even scan lines. It's two giant blocks. So, and then to go from that to 4K is, I know a lot of people are like, but it's like, to me, the biggest difference. And they've even done, like, photographers have done tests with this. The biggest difference 4K brings is the HDR and Dolby Vision, the depth of colors. Now that, is a big deal. And nowadays a lot of players will convert 1080p to like HDR and stuff.
Right.
So at that point, man, it's hard. No one complains about the resolution of your streaming, really. Unless you're, I got a 150-inch screen. I'm not complaining about my streaming movies. The audio, it's like, it's compressed. But even then, I still enjoy it.
Right.
Exactly.
But yeah, you're right. I totally agree. The jump from 480 to 1080i even was just huge, like night and day difference.
That was huge.
Like you said, the size,
because you could see
rear
the
projection. Yeah, 55-inch rear projection TVs, that were considered ginormous, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa! It's it's totally crystal clear.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I also owned a Pioneer Elite Curo. I don't know if you remember that plasma by Pioneer.
I had the Panasonic.
And I would. even now, like when I like last year, I turned that TV on and I was still amazed on how good, and it was only 720p, how good the image was.
Dang.
I was still impressed. It's not, of course, it's not what we're getting now with these OLEDs,
Right.
but still a very good image.
Yeah.
That was the other jump to me. Yes,
Yeah.
the OLED with essentially infinite con.
Yeah.
Well, the first OLED I saw, of course, it was like 30 grand the first time I saw it.
Yeah, they had them in Best Buy. Just the
I was
LG showing you that honey
is the most amazing friggin' like I was like, why? And at that time I didn't even understand. I was like, why does that look almost 3D? Like, and it's because of the black level. I was like,
black floor, man.
Now I know, but when I first saw it, I was just like, what is this magic? Why does this look so good? It's like there's no higher resolution, and that's the first thing I thought. I was like, is there some sort of higher resolution? Like what is this? No. Totally.
It's amazing, because I start thinking the presentation of a lot of these films, like Lawrence of Arabia, that I saw in New York in 70 millimeter. Star Wars and 2001 Space Odyssey, all these movies that I seen when I was younger, it was a 70 millimeter presentation, true 70 millimeter, not blown up 35. And I think, man, visually and mentally, I think, man, am I getting better images now at home than I was back then, when I saw that movie? I guess the only way to tell is you have to watch it again, because, your memory of something could be,
totally different and shaded. Like whenever I went to the drive-in, it's a giant, gigantic reels. That's like basically infinite resolution, right? It's like whatever, because it's actual pictures and stuff. But just the immersion of the drive-in at the time, was just way better than it was just so cool to watch. And you're in the back of a truck or, a car, just sitting there watching a movie on a fucking 2-story tall freaking screen.
Right.
And like,
so
I was sad.
Baltimore still has a pretty famous drive-in. It's called Benji's Drive-In. It actually almost went under a couple times, but the town has brought it back, and so they do have, and I used to live like right down the road from it. So but drive-ins were fun for sure. For sure they're fun.
And also, like, when you used to go to the movies and wait online, and you couldn't buy your tickets in advance, and they used to give you these books, like these, what do they call those books that they used to give the they brought it back just for Hateful Eight. Quintino brought it back, but they were like program books that they used to give. There was something about waiting online with fans to go see a movie, and a lot of that stuff I kind of miss.
That's what I loved about drive-in. You go there way early. And they usually show 2 movies, which that's this tough part, right? It's like it's hard to stay awake for one movie, let alone 2.
Shit, they would have all-nighters at the one that I had, like horror,
but you would go to the concession stand, and there would usually be like an arcade of some sort.
Right.
It was
an event. It was an event.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you were having a good time, and
It
was usually in the fall, so everybody was bundled up, and you're like freezing, and it's like, oh, but we gotta watch this movie,
We're bringing back all the nostalgia, but if there are any young people watching, they're like, I don't want to sit.
Yeah, like what is plasma?
I don't want to be around anybody. Just let me watch it on my 3-inch screen. Different generations, right?
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. It's amazing
because they're watching
because they just have instant access now to watch anything whenever they want. On your phone, on your iPad, Apple TV, Netflix, all that. It's so much of it. It doesn't become. It's not special anymore. It's just a movie.
As long as you're subscribed.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
But
and you talked about, remembering something, right? So I can't remember the movie that I watched, but I was so fond of it, right? And then I went back and watched it again like 10 or 15 years later. I was like, why did I watch that? Why did I like that movie? you, you know?
that happens,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, exactly.
That happens.
Just your memory of it, right?
That was From Dusk Till Dawn for me. I rewatched it last year, and I was like, oh man. Mind you, I've seen that movie probably 100 times.
No, you can never go wrong with Dusk Till Dawn. Selma Hayek.
I know, but still, last year I finally watched it like in the home theater on the big screen, and I was like, because now you can see all the the crazy annoying stuff, and you're just like, really? It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
It's like when you watch Terminator, right? I think it's Terminator 1 or 2, and then you start to see all the mistakes, like when they took the helicopter under the bridge and you could see the other hand that was piloting it. You can start seeing all those crazy mistakes they made in the movie, and you're like, come on,
man. Dan hit it right on the head there. I did the same thing with Conan the Barbarian. You hit it right on the head, Dan.
Oh yeah.
I went on a date.
There's some
I went on
that
a
are
date
still,
to see that movie.
There's still some that are timeless that are pretty good.
Yeah,
right. Like a Predator, Predator's timeless.
Rambo First Blood is still,
dude.
Flash.
How
many times I'm like, yeah, he should have just died, man.
Flash Gordon was so cheesy back in the day. The fact that it's 4K cheesy, it makes it even better.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh my god, this is so hilarious.
Yeah,
and
the soundtrack is good.
I had no idea. Like that movie, I was like, oh my god, they supposed to spend a ton of money on costumes. Man, if you get the 4K on that, you're just like, oh my god, this is like high budget. Like the costumes are just color popping everywhere, and you can tell that's legit. That's sure they color graded a little bit, but you can just tell that is the costumes. There's not a lot of not a lot of CGI going on in that movie. It's all,
Yeah, so
sound off in the chat. What movie? An old movie that you had such high praise for that you watched recently and was like,
yeah, I've had those too. Yeah, I've had those too. That you're just like, huh? Like, okay, yeah, this isn't that cool. Yeah.
Goonies. Wade says Goonies. I like Goonies. I'm still kind of fond of Goonies.
Dude, I tell you what, you can't be bashing Flash Gordon. That's like, that's blasphemy, man. I've watched that a couple times, dude, on the 4K. I was like,
never in this story.
This is awesome.
This story, yeah. I used to watch Lost in Space in the 60s, and I watched that now. I can't get through I bought the whole box set. I couldn't get through the first season, man. I was like, oh, this is just terrible.
Yeah, I was watching the new iteration of that, and I kept like, okay, this is, and then they went to another whatever provider, and I'm like, oh, F you guys. Like, I'm done. Like, oh, you guys are assholes.
But you know what? I forgot. I forgot to mention that I watch, and it's not old school, but I like Dexter, right? So my wife and I we watched. We finished up the second Dexter, I guess it is. Not the one they just came out with now. I think it's Resurrection now, right? It was like New Blood. So we finished that one up, and we actually watched the prequel one too. But
those movies or series?
No, Dexter the series.
The series.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I was like, wait, the way you said it, it was like, are those movies?
Yeah, no. I was just thinking of, because Dexter has been around for quite some time. So we were talking about old stuff, older stuff, right? So, but yeah, I remember that we actually watched that too, and finished up the I guess it was the New Blood season. And now we're on the Resurrection season, the first episode of it. So Wade says the newest Dexter is fire. Nice, that's good to hear. Because I told my wife about it. I said, hey, let's watch that. I heard there's a new Dexter, and then we started to play the first episode and they did the recap and we were like, wait a minute, we missed something here. We got to go find the other season because that's not where it left off for us. So, so we actually went back and watched it. So yeah, it's good to hear that the new season's good. So I'm looking forward to that.
Now I watched one of my old school, like back in the day. It was. Let me see if I still have it. God, it is a movie like you said. I was like, oh man, it was one of my favorite movies. I can't remember the name of it. Maybe people watching. It's the one where the kid. They used a video game to like test who would be a good. The Last Starfighter, is that what it is?
Oh yeah, The Last Starfighter,
yeah. Okay. Okay. I was like, I'm trying to remember, and I'm like, I gotta scroll through because I had the worst memory. But the Last Starfighter, I love that movie back in the day.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways, I got that on 4K and watched it again, and I was like, nah, it still holds up for me.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Yeah. That movie's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was worried. I was worried when I got it because I was like, man, is this going to be one of those situations where that is one of my favorite movies back in the day and it's going to like suck?
Is it going to hold up?
It held up. Yeah, it held up for me. I was like, okay, I still love the movie. That's one of my classics.
So Carl says, he can't watch Friday the 13th or Halloween. You know, I just ordered the new Nightmare on Elm Street box set. I had to do it. So you know, I'm gonna see how it is because look, I mean, I've watched it again. When you were a kid, you watched this stuff, you were terrified, right?
Yes.
But now it's like Freddy just walks out from behind the boiler like this, you know, and it's like, oh, back when you were a kid, you were running all over the place. Oh no,
Freddy behind the couch.
But now it's just like he's slow and walking with, you know.
So. It's like, why didn't you run to the car? Why did you run back in the day?
So yeah, I understand where you're coming from with that for sure.
That's the only reason I can watch them. Like whenever we were camping at Pomme de Terre, we were watching Friday the 13th, and I was like, "This is kind of funny now. It's not even scary. It's like, what the hell?" So yeah. But,
there's one film that I watched back that still up to this day I don't like watching alone. It's The Exorcist.
Oh, okay. What the whole head turn thing, huh?
Yeah,
and that remake was excellent, actually, for the Exorcist.
Yeah, that's one of those films, man. Oof.
Yeah, you're not gonna see me watching that one. I know when to walk away. I know when to run.
Yeah, those are way.
Yeah, that is not my cup of tea. Not my bottle of water. Not it.
Now, one of my scariest moments, I think it's called The Others. Let me look it up just to make sure. Either The Others or The Strangers.
What, with Nicole Kidman, The Others?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's the one where the aliens or whatever are taking over the bodies or something weird like that.
That one's Invasion, I think that you're talking about. Invasion, yeah.
Oh no, here's the one that would really freak me the hell out. Hold on, let me pull this up. Dude, so it was The Strangers.
One of the scariest movies I watched was The Blob. Do you remember The Blob?
Oh, The Blob. Yeah, The Blob is crazy, man.
Old school Blob.
Really old,
it's like
man.
You could not escape The Blob, man. That's what made it so scary. It's like, oh, you're in this room. Oh, wait. They're seeping through the cracks. No.
So yeah, this movie really freaked me out watching it by myself in the dark with surround sound. You know, this was this is before Atmos, obviously, 2008. You know, and it I mean, in one of the scenes they're chasing. Obviously, it's a horror film, right? So I'm not spoiling anything here. But they're chasing somebody, and they run to like a shed, and they go banging on the outside of the shed. And man, I'm telling you what, I jumped like a mile and a half, because the speaker behind me just went off like out of nowhere. And I jumped by myself like a mile and a half out of the seat. So
you'll never forget that.
No. So that was one of the craziest moments. There is a 2025 version of this now, so that I actually purchased on Kaleidoscope.
See, that's what I was wondering. I didn't realize there was an old one.
Yeah, I saw that on the Kaleidoscope. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I want to check out the 2025 version of this and see if it holds its ground.
Yeah, there was a funny horror movie called, I think it was House or something like that, or The House. That was, I forgot, but it was kind of a comedy, but it was a horror. It's supposed to be a horror, but it was a comedy. And I want to get that in 4K and watch that and see.
I'm not familiar with that one.
So are we gonna be able to get to see a theater tour tonight?
Yeah, man. Let's
do it, man. I'm gonna do one more.
You're pacing pretty fast today.
He's finally drinking something. He's finally drinking something strong. So
the lights are switched to tour time.
The lights are switched to tour time. Okay.
He's finally drinking something strong. So
strong, dude. These are the weak ones, bro.
What is that? What is that? What fruits is that?
This is IPA.
Yeah, Senor Dusty asked him earlier what he was drinking. He missed the first one. He's already got the first one down. The first one was a regular beer, but it was a Japanese lager.
A Japanese lager.
Japanese lager.
Samurai.
Yeah, that was the first one. That was the first dead soldier.
I'm opening another one for all my beer drinking lovers that like flavor. We're gonna do this one.
Fist in that peach.
Got some peach.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Man, I do not know where you keep coming up with these.
Dude, man.
There's got to be like a supermarket just selling odd beers, right?
That's what's cool about drinking beer, man. Like, you can get different flavors of whiskey.
I feel like he buys them on the roadside, man. I don't even think there's a company. It's just a regular neighborhood guy doing beer in his backyard, man.
It's like a you know how when you go into the convenience store and there's a big bucket of hodgepodge everything when you
Prohibition style beer, man. That's what I'm drinking, man. Okay, let's see.
Cabin in the Woods, yeah. There you go. Nah,
I did. I don't know, man.
All right, Nelson. So give us a little story. How big is your room? Where is it located in the house?
You ready? I can add you on stage, and you can mute your computer.
Let me put my my headset for the phone.
The Bluetooth.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Once you're ready, we'll do that.
So, what are you guys thinking about watching? Have you seen anything that you're thinking about purchasing? While we're waiting for Nelson, have you got your eye on anything coming out?
I want to go watch the damn war, the Walls or whatever, man. That Jordan was traumatized from.
Dude, you're gonna waste your time. I watched the preview of that thing.
That's the goal, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Dude, that's the kind of movie you bring your friends over, and
that's
the kind of movie you watch in Colorado, like full mountain on the mountain high.
I know, right?
Those
either you or the movie, one of you got to be really high to be able to make it with the movie.
Yeah, see, I can't do that stuff because it puts me to sleep.
Yeah, but by the way, my company,
you ready?
My company does random testing, so I won't be when we go to CEDIA. There will be no partaking in gummies or anything like that.
I don't do anything. Like, dude, the beer is more.
So you want to kind of turn your phone around,
like
there you go. But I think you're muted, so you might need to unmute.
On your phone.
On your phone. Your phone is muted. Because I was trying to unmute it here, but I'm not able to.
Let me see.
Yeah, we can't. He muted it, so.
If you tap the screen, it should pop up a microphone on the screen, and you'll just
hit it and select unmute.
So Carl says he's getting Hans Zimmer. Nice.
There you go.
That's a good one to have. I have that one.
It is. It really is. Yeah. It's man. That's whew.
It's still music.
Yeah, it's impactful. That's for sure. But it's really cool. Like, there's a lot of if you're into music and live music and orchestras, yeah, that's the man. You really got to appreciate the talent that goes into that stuff. People tend to forget, because everything is so digital nowadays, but stuff like that.
Do you want to just hang up and reconnect on the phone? That's probably the easiest way to do it.
Oh, you mean like, does it ask you when you?
Yeah, it's like stuck in mute for some reason.
How's that?
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got it.
So I'm gonna put you on full screen, and
yeah, we hear you now.
We hear you. You can turn your phone around.
Okay.
There we go.
Fantastic.
All right. So let me start from the lobby area.
Yep. There you go. The tour's over. Everyone done go.
Yeah.
That's the Star Wars rug. I like it.
Oh man, you should.
See, we ruined it
blocked
for
the
everybody.
camera. Yeah, you should have blocked the camera.
So the room is 15. It's 15 by 25.
We're gonna exit the solo layer.
In
Okay.
Connecticut.
When you're ready, we're gonna go full screen. You ready?
Yeah. So this is the. Yeah.
There you go.
So
We
this
got
is
you.
the entrance to the lobby area. And then down here, as you come around, is the lobby section.
Oh wow, I like that.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you
got the
grand
ropes.
entrance. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Then
nice.
Now, what's on the right over there?
Yeah, let's tour the entrance first.
I'm sorry.
Kind of walk us through.
I have a saltwater aquarium.
Oh, okay,
In the-
okay.
in-
That's why you skipped it. It's not necessarily theater. I was just like,
No,
what is
it's
that?
part of it.
That is
So we
theater.
want to see it.
Yeah.
It is
So this
yeah.
is like
I was wondering
It's
why
a-
you skipped it. But it looks
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, what is that? That's
I see a sports sticker at the door. Is that a welcome?
it's a welcome. This is
Don is a foodie, man. You got to show us the popcorn machine, man.
Wow,
we
look
got
at
the
that.
same
It's a
popcorn machine.
That is cool.
Oh.
Right
I'm loving
besides
the
Don's favorite
Yoda
place.
shower curtain too.
This is the entrance. It's this Nelson's Home Theater thing. They got another theater thing over here.
That's awesome.
Let me turn this on.
Oh, okay.
There
Little
we
theater
go.
entrance
That
here.
is cool.
Don't get any ideas, man.
My wife already. I showed the cinema sign that's going above the door already, so we got that covered.
One like this.
So it's in a box. It's like
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna 3D print one for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at my goal.
Ooh,
Right
This
up
is like-
there.
Ahsoka.
is pretty cool.
Ahsoka.
Okay.
This is
so-
some of my collectibles. Then this is you had him the other day on one of your shows, JD.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Digital
that's the
movie,
digital.
the B&B. Yep.
yeah.
That
He
is
made an
cool.
actual banner for me in the bottom where it
Very
has
nice.
like this theater features, and then I have like the projector of the Lumagen.
That's
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah.
That way you don't
Yeah.
have to have those signs up on the side
Right.
that everybody
Yeah.
has.
I don't care about the video stuff. I just run posters,
yeah.
Right.
I like the movie
Absolutely.
posters.
Absolutely. That's what
Yeah.
I would do if I had one. I would.
Yeah. Then this is like another picture there. Now the room, I moved here about 2 years ago, and this was all empty. Then I designed the theater room, and then I had a contractor come and do it to my spec.
Very nice.
So this is the entrance to the room.
So was the house pre-built prior to you moving in, or was it like new construction for you?
No, it was pre-built. It
Okay.
was this house is about 7 years old already.
Right.
So I'm in a adult community, 55 and over.
Mm.
So
I'm sure they love you.
Yeah, you must be
they
like
don't
the
really,
life of the party, man.
Yeah, well, I have it pretty soundproofed, and
Okay.
I'm in the basement, so the sound doesn't really leak out, so no
Good.
complaints.
Good.
Yeah, so
I was just joking about that last week. I was talking about how I was driving back from Disney and I saw a billboard that said new 55 plus community.
Non-welcome.
And I'm like, well,
theater. You'll be
I'm
allowed
like,
in here.
shit, I'm 2.5 years away from that.
there you go. That's what I said when I first started.
That's the more reason why you need to hurry up and
Yeah.
complete that
Yeah.
theater,
I
Don.
know, man. You're gonna have to move to a new
You might-
community when you finish.
Yeah.
My wife's gonna be selling this shit away as soon as I'm done because I'll be dead.
Oh, crap. No.
Yeah. So I got a total of 5 theater chairs. I made this platform. This he didn't do. I did that and ran the electric for the lights and all that. And then these are the theater seats on the platform.
What are we working with there? Seatcraft, Valencia.
No, these are by a company called Fusion out of New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. So they look similar to the Valencia. The leather is really high quality. I've had these chairs already since I moved here, almost 2.5 years.
Wow. They look brand new.
Yeah, they're still pretty good. These look brand new because nobody sits there, and
Yeah.
this is the one in the middle is the one that I use, so that one's already gotten some wear, but not too bad. Then over here, I made this acoustical panel, and I have a door to my office here, and I created this panel that goes over the door.
Nice.
Yeah, hold on. So the door, I close it like this, and then I cover this, and it gives you the illusion of,
Oh, okay, I see.
yeah,
Like there's
of
no door there.
of no door.
Looks good.
Nice.
Yeah. So also,
Again, can you tell me the room dimensions one more time?
15 by 25.
15 by 25.
Nice. That's
Very
good
nice.
depth.
That's the golden rule for home theaters right there.
Yeah. And I have 2 Stewart screens. 1.3 gain. I have a 240 screen that is in the back of this 16:9 screen that drops down.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So when I'm watching my movies at a 240 or 235, the screen goes up. I'll show you. Let me get the remote.
That's how you do it. It's
Yeah.
like, which one do you go with? Both.
Yep.
Yeah, because I the 16:9 on the 240 screen that I bought, the 16:9 image was just not gonna cut it.
Right. Yeah, because
You know.
when you go from 16:9 to when you go from 240 to 16:9, you lose a lot of real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That is too cool.
So when I watch my Amex films, I get the full benefit of the 16:9. And when I'm watching like sports and everything, it's at least I have a big screen. The 16:9 screen is 120 inches. It's not a big screen.
That's plenty big though.
Yeah, it looks big. It looks almost the same width as the 2.4 behind it. I mean, I haven't seen that yet, but
the width is a bigger on the 240. Let me show you this. All right, so when it goes up for 240, I just hit this button. The screen goes up, and there's the 240 image.
Now, is the 240, is that a permanent screen? Is that just like a
permanent?
Okay.
Permanent to 240.
And then you just zoom it in.
Yeah.
Or out, I should say.
Yeah, it's a memory that I have for it. Let me just show you real quick here. Let me go to the Kaleidoscape.
The resolution won't show for us as far as like but you have a memory and stuff like that, so it zooms and crops and everything for you.
Yeah, and
Cool.
so what I do is I have it right on the remote control, and I go to the JVC menu first. I switch the memory to 240 over here. Oh, where we go this way. I switch it to 240, and then it'll switch the memory and line it up and center it. Now the menu system on the Kaleidoscape, you could pick 240.
Yeah.
So that when you watch the menu and you look at your posters, everything's within the image. And then I select 240 Stewart and 240 for the Lumigen.
So what remote are you using? We just got a quick question about the remote.
Oh, I have the Ava remote.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
the Ava remote. It's cool. I won this actually. I won this on Brightside. I won this remote, which was kind of cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what, like a $1,500-$1,600 remote, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So anything that so it throws the poster there. So when I go over to the different movies, they pop up here as well. Let me see.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, the 2.0. For subwoofers, I have PB16 Ultras. Two of them.
SVS in the house.
Yeah, two SVS. And my main speakers and over everywhere, all the speakers are by Van der Steen Audio.
Oh, nice.
Van der Steen Audio's been around since the 70s.
Yeah.
And I bought my first pair of 2CEs back in 89 or 92. And I've stuck with Van der Steen throughout. I just love the sound quality of Van der Steen Audio. These are called the Van der Steen Trio CTs. You know, these were perfect for this room. I'll take off the grill so you can see the speakers.
Oh, they look like triangle shape.
Yeah, they're pyramid.
Yeah.
A pyramid.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah.
Those are crazy. Yeah.
So I got the Van der Steen there, and then I got the VCC5 center channel from Van der Steen Audio.
Yeah, that is a huge.
Then for surround sounds for the sides, I got Van der Steen VSMs. For the back VSMs, and for the Atmos VSMs. And so I have 7.1, 7.1.4, well, 7.2.4. The two subwoofers that way.
Right.
Yeah.
My projector is the JVC NZ9.
Oh wow.
Laser projector.
Very nice. Got
Yep.
the big 100 millimeter lens on that one. I have the one right below that, which is the NZ8.
Okay. And I only have about like under 2,000 hours. The main thing for me between the NZ, because I had the NX9 before the NZ9, and the NX9 was a bulb projector.
Right.
The great thing about the laser is that it's like when you turn on a TV, you're not thinking about it anymore. It's a picture.
Yeah, you just move on. Yep.
Yeah, you just watch, you know. So I think having a laser projector, I didn't think it would be as big as a jump as it was. Because now I also do my own calibrations. I use CalMan to do my calibrations.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. And with the Lumigen, what's great is if you get CalMan and you learn how to calibrate, they have a feature called AutoCal for the Lumigen and CalMan, and I have CalMan 5 Professional. And when I calibrate, I don't do color points because I never feel like when I measure color points on the JVC, I don't feel they're out to a point where I feel that they need to be redone, you know? it's like they hit the target basically, and if it's off, it's like a minimal amount. And I feel like sometimes you're better off not adjusting through a processor unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Like if you're getting close to what it should be,
Yeah.
then leave it alone. Don't adjust anymore.
Yeah, if you're under a delta of 3, it's like,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
It's not visible anyway,
You
right?
you
Right.
can tell if it's next to the color, but
Right.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
and anyone could tell, right? Like it's not like you
Yeah.
couldn't tell. Hey, here's the proper color. But
But
like
under
you said.
3, it's not visible to the eye. So
yeah,
it's
exactly. Once you
pointless.
get below that, it's like
Mhm.
no.
No.
Even with
Yeah.
them next to each other, it's like 2, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah. So when I calibrate, I just basically do the grayscale.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I do a 21-point grayscale through AutoCal, takes less than 15 minutes.
Yep.
You know, so it's awesome with that. That's, you know, when people buy a processor, to me, you know, they push so much about, you know, the tone mapping, which is a big deal because the tone mapping is the best tone mapping you can get between the Mad VR and the Lumigen. Either one are going to really be great, and it's going to be better than what the projector can give you. You know, I mean, granted, JVC has great tone mapping, absolutely, but it doesn't compare to the Lumigen or the Mad VR.
Yeah.
And it's visually you could see it.
Yeah, I
Now
just
it
found
has to
that
be-
out the hard way.
I
Yeah.
found out the really hard way.
Now is it going to be worth that money, that exchange of money to get that difference? That's what you got to determine.
That's the hard way, right?
Right.
You gotta
That's the thing. Like,
There you
okay,
go.
I could
You're
see it. I could see it, but can I live with the JVC as it is?
Yeah.
And most people are going to say I could live with the JVC as is, and
Yeah.
that's fine
Yeah.
because it does good tone mapping.
Absolutely.
But that's really like a big thing to me. Like if you buy a Lumigen and you're just buying it just for the tone mapping, to me it's almost like why bother? You know, get it
Oh.
because you can get better tone mapping. You're going to get better video processing, and you're going to get the capabilities of calibrating, and then you're going to get AutoCal on top of that.
And a
So-
lot of people go into these also. If you have a 240 screen, they go into it for the nonlinear
Right.
stretch and various like that. I mean, I would. So let me ask you this: for your projector, what are you running your laser at? What percentage?
Shit, I don't even remember because again, you know, I don't calibrate as much anymore, but I think I'm in very low, like because my screen is not huge. I'm getting 110 nits for HDR,
Right.
and my iris is very close. Let me just get my remote so I could see.
Yeah, I was curious because you got your projector. You know, it's most people put their projector all the way in the back of the room. You got your projector
No,
nice and
'Cause you lose
forward, right? So
you lose output. You
Right.
know,
Yep.
you lose output because you're going further back.
Mhm.
So get it as close as you can. But some people just don't want the sound of the projector in the room.
Right, correct.
But I used to have a CRT projector on top of me in a room, and that sounded like a
Like an
a
airplane
car
taking
engine.
off.
Like a car engine. So I'm okay with the sound that the projector makes because it's really not that bad. Let me go in here.
Yeah, and to be honest, there's only like one movie, like
Yeah.
Quiet Place is the
Quiet
only
Place.
real-
That's the most
He's got that
stylish.
that would
all the way
bother
down.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, all the way
Otherwise, it's
down, so I
like,
get really good black levels because my
Yeah.
LD power is all the way down.
yeah.
That's for 1080p though. This is
Okay.
for I'm sorry, for SDR.
On
You know,
SDR.
just for
yeah.
SDR.
Yeah.
Yeah. For HDR, I'm at -7, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you know. I'm like, you know how like if you move this here, the LD power, it
Mhm.
gets to a point where the next point makes a lot of noise on the projector.
Right. It's like for
I'm
me,
right
it's like
underneath.
40.
Yeah. Yep.
For me, it's like 44 or 45. For
Yeah.
and then it starts ramping up the fan.
Right. So
Eco
I do it to the
mode,
point
You get
for
up to-
HDR, I do it to the point right before it ramps.
Now, is that an automatic setting? What that it automatically changes to for you?
Yes, it does that with the Lumagen. You can do that in the JVC.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could automatically switch. So when I throw on an HDR, let me do that real quick too. Let me do it with the remote.
Just don't show too much of the movie because we'll get copyright.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to bother because I'll just throw something on real quick that's in HDR. So I won't even show the video. I could tell you where it's at. Yeah. These James Bond movies are all in 4K on the Kaleidoscope.
It's the audio that will get you. You can mute the audio.
Yeah. Okay. I'll mute it.
Yeah, that will be the copy strike real quick.
Yeah. Let me go back here. And I have the filter that comes on too.
The color filter.
Yeah, I have that coming on. A lot of people don't like it, but I'd rather have.
You have
the
that
better
coming
color.
on even with the Lumagen?
Yes, of course. Yeah, because I want the better color that the filter gives for HDR. You know.
Do you
But
upscale
anyway,
to 8K after the Lumagen?
no, I always keep that off. I have no desire to. So let me look at this here. More settings. So yeah, I'm at 46 in the LD power.
Okay.
And then my aperture is open at -8.
Oh wow.
You can see
And I
that
get
thing
about
almost looks 3D right there.
I get about 110 nits for HDR, which is it's great. It's like the movie theater, like Adobe Vision.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My
theater, so,
my NZ7 could never.
and then the bigger screen you go, the less nits you're gonna get.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I run regular. I don't even run HDR. I down.
Yeah, I do
Right.
SDR, right?
Yep.
That's an option too with the JVC because it's even without the filter, it's going to be good color. And that way you can get more output.
Yep. You can get the
So-
color, just not quite the brightness. Yeah. Yep.
Right.
So,
So-
are those what brand acoustic panels are you?
Those are GIC audio.
Yep.
These are homemade, and then all the other ones are GIC. These bass traps here are from GIC, and the ones that I have on the door
Gotcha.
are also GIC. Yep.
So you talked about soundproofing. What preparation in the room did you do to soundproof?
The soundproofing was this is the funny thing. When I bought this house, the gentleman who owned it played drums. Right. So he gave it somewhat of a small amount of soundproofing on the exterior walls and in the interior wall, but only this wall. Because when I first got the house, this whole wall here on my right side was not here. This is what I had to put in, this whole wall.
Okay.
So then I just put regular insulation in here. The air condition is in the other side of this wall, but it's very quiet. And I just have that one vent right there. And the air conditioning here is like I have to close that vent sometimes because it gets so cold because I'm in the basement.
Yeah, you're in a basement. Yep.
So it gets very cold. And then there's an exterior door over here. That's to the backyard.
So it's a walk up.
Yeah.
So it's like a reverse story and a half type of walkout basement type of deal.
Yeah.
And how tall are your ceilings? I don't know if you made mention of that.
Oh, I'm sorry, 8 feet.
8 feet. Okay.
8 feet ceilings.
So
and then I also have acoustical panels.
Yeah, I saw those on the top too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what's under the hood. We got some gear that we can take a look at.
Oh yeah, so that's another good thing that's another reason why the room stays cool is because all the gear is in my office, which is in here. Now in here, I do still collect movies on disc. So, and Those are
Got
more of my
all
collectibles.
Star Wars collectibles up there.
Yeah,
Some Darth
yeah.
Maul.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then I had to put that little air conditioner in
MCU.
here. I had to put the air conditioner here to keep this room cool because of the equipment
Yeah.
during the summer. Yeah. So those are albums because I listen to LP still.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're coming back. Like
Yeah.
there's a vintage stock is a big thing in my area, and man, they just now opened up like a section of vinyl. We're talking like 5 different like shelves. Like it would be like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not the whole store, right? Like still they have mostly DVDs, but I mean this is like 4 big sections of vinyl, and I was like, wow. I'm like, yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah, they have a in Miami. They have a record, just a flat out record store still.
Yeah, that's
So,
cool. They have some of those I think here too, but that's very.
Yeah. So over here, this is my Calman. I have a spectrometer and a colorimeter.
Oh, yeah, the
So,
portrait display.
Yeah, and then I got the Odyssey Pro kit for my sound. You know, and then this is just the wall that you saw behind me.
You need to travel to Dallas one of these days with those kids so you can help calibrate my.
This is the greatest Superman that ever lived, Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
And Michael Keaton.
you got some debate with the new Superman out now, right?
Yeah, that ain't Superman. Come on.
That's He-Man.
So this is the equipment rack. I started with 2-channel, so I'm a big believer in 2-channel stereo for music. And when I listen to my music, I listen to it in 2-channel.
Yeah.
But that's just me, you know. So I have
you got the turntable.
Yeah, this is from Clear. This is from Clear Audio. It's the concept turntable.
Oh, nice.
Yep. This is my streamer for. This is like a kaleidoscape, but for audio.
Streamer for.
What is it? Is it the Hi-Fi Rose or is it the?
It's called Eurolink, and it's like a mid-fi streamer. And I use Cobuzz to play back my 2-channel.
Oh, okay.
You said it's called Streamer Lake or Eurolink?
It's called Eurolink. Euralic. Okay. Yep, Eurolink.
Cool.
So Anthony, he's in New York. So he's not in Houston. You're already getting some customers to calibrate. Yeah. Do you fly?
Yeah.
Man, I like the color. That is cool. Like you got.
This is I've had this for long. My stereo setup I had for a very long time. This is an Air preamplifier. They're based out of Colorado, American made preamp. This is the phono preamplifier from Air. And this is the 2-channel amplifier.
Nice.
So this is my 2-channel stereo system.
That is cool.
And do you run them different? Are you using the same speakers as your home theater speakers for that?
I am, yes.
So how are you running that? Is there an AB switch, or how does that set up?
I'll tell you how, because I was into home theater and 2-channel audio. I needed a preamplifier that had a pass-through for my front channels.
Mm-hmm.
So this has, as you can see, it looks like 99 on here, but it's PP, which means pass-through.
Yeah.
And just selecting that pass-through passes through just a 2-channel amplifier so that I can use it on my processor.
Okay.
So all I do is hit that pass-through, and now I'm able to use it on my processor.
Man, I just looked up those Arrow Lake and I just had a headache, man. Those things are not cheap, man.
Well, they're more expensive than the Hi-Fi Rose.
Jeez. I just had a headache. It depends on what particular model or what model.
Yeah,
What
it
model do you have?
depends.
Which of them do you have? Which of the
I have one that I don't even remember the freaking name right now, but yeah, they're pricey, you know.
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
this Leo GX for 10 grand. They have another one for 6 grand, 8
yeah,
grand.
yeah. I
Yeah, the,
think the one
the
I
Hi-Fi
got,
Roses are expensive too.
yeah,
Yeah.
this one I
Yeah.
think was 5. That one that I bought.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi-Fi Rose gives me a headache too. When
Yeah.
the price.
He's like,
Yeah.
nah, that one gives me a headache.
Yeah. Then on top of my audio rack, I have the USS Enterprise.
Okay, all right.
Love this. I love Star Trek too.
Yeah.
So for movies and surround sound, I use the AV10.
AV10.
Right.
It's nice.
A lot of people love that AV10 now.
It's good sound quality, and I'm sure the Trinoff has its things, but I think the Trinoff is for people who really want to run a lot of speakers, you know. And I got, it's like bass, right? I love to have great bass in my system. I absolutely do. But I don't like to have extreme bass in my system.
Yeah.
I like bass that feels right, and it's not gonna. I hate going to movie theaters and the bass is so overdone that it just takes you right out of the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've heard home theaters that are like that. And I've never been a big bass head. I like good bass, yes. If something warrants it in the movie where it's gonna shake your chair, then my subs are gonna do that for me.
I know. It's like somebody closes the door and it sounds like it was an earthquake. It's like doors
Yeah,
don't
that's
sound like that.
yeah, so
Unless you're
so when
angry.
I know, right? Unless you're Incredible Hulk or something.
Yeah.
It's like
Do you even have a door on your theater, Don? Like,
so when I first got into
I'm not on screen. I have a finger sticking up for you.
So when I got
can
into
see
it, right? And I started from 2 channel, right?
Yeah.
Richard Vanderstein from Vanderstein Audio said if you have good bass for music, back then you're gonna have good bass for movies. But now with LFE that changed. But
yeah.
the majority of the time when you're watching a movie, you shouldn't be like feeling the subwoofers all the time. It
Mhm.
shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
That takes you right out of the movie.
You're
At least
supposed
for
to-
me, it does.
The old school motto was you're supposed to be able to tell it's not on.
Yeah, it's not
that
on. That's right.
That it is on. Yeah.
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 But now with
Notice it's
Odyssey
missing,
and
not like,
and,
oh, what?
and with Odyssey and these Diracs, all that does a great job. But I don't like extreme bass. I like good bass. Over here I have the Apple TV, and I have a Roku too because I could with the Roku I can get an SNY and MSG, but with the Apple TV I can't. So I don't know why, because I have direct TV, and for some reason it uses like what do they call it when they they ask you do you are you from this area? Do you want us
Right.
to follow you in this area? Whatever.
Mm,
But Roku's they're easier with that, so I get
Got
more channels with that. So that's why I have 2.
got
I
it.
see.
Next down is the Lumagen. I have the 4 input one.
4242.
Yeah, and in reality, guys, to be honest with you, all you need is 1 input.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's all you really need.
Well,
one in, one out.
it depends. So, like, if you're
a
trying-
gamer,
right?
and stuff like that, yes.
Yeah.
But if
I'm a
you-
gamer. I'm a gamer. I use 1 input.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
I mean,
So
it depends on your processor.
Gotcha.
correct. If you
If you-
get 2.1 on your processor, which that Lumagen model doesn't have 2.1, which is what I'm struggling with now too. Right.
Mhm.
So the new Lumagen that's coming out, it'll be I believe it'll be at Cedia.
Yep.
So the new Lumigen coming out, that will have 2. He might even go 2.2, 2.1 or 2.2 version. I'm not sure what he's going to be putting in that, but that's the issue that I have, that because I'm actually, for me, I'm actually using my Lumigen as the switcher versus you're probably using your Marantz as the switcher, right? So that way you're 100% correct. The way that you're doing it is you only need one input.
And you know why? Because
everything else is connected to your processor.
Your AVR processor, yep.
Because I've had, with the Lumigen, I've had nightmares with it switching correctly. Nightmares.
What do you mean, the non-linear stretch, or you mean the
input?
The
inputs. Just switching. Video.
That's
so
interesting.
I mean, I've not had an issue with that. I did have to figure out how to do it. So in order to switch, and I'm sure you know this, but I'm just going to tell everybody else. In order to switch the input, you have to hit the input button first, then the number of the input.
Yeah.
So you can't just hit.
You could just hit the number too.
No. It does. That's why you're having the problem.
No,
I had that same exact problem before.
Yeah.
So once I started hitting input and the number 1 or the number 2 or the number 3 or the number 4, I no longer have any more problems whatsoever.
Yeah. But I've had issues with it, and it's a known fact that they had issues with the HDMI port. So ever since I switched over and just put everything now, I didn't do that when I had my older processor. I only started doing it now with the AV10 because the AV10 can handle everything that I can throw at it.
Right. Yeah. There's tons of inputs on the back of that thing.
Yeah. Gotcha. But the Lumigen, great product. I'm not putting it down in any way. It's just that sometimes I've had issues with the input. So underneath that, I have an Oppo 205, which is basically like for SACDs.
Which is the king.
Nah, I like the picture on my Panasonic better, but I keep it because it's like.
Which of the Panasonic? The 9000 or which?
Yeah, the 9000. And the Oppo is good for the SACDs that I still own, and in this power over here in the DVD audio stuff, and that plays it very well. Yeah. And then we have the Kaleidoscape, and it's the Strato V, and I got an 18 terabyte hard drive.
18. Very nice. Now, let me ask you this, because the Strato V, are you getting the full 4K menu with that, with the Strato V, with the Terra server now?
No.
Okay.
It's still 1080.
Yeah. So I think the Strato C does the 4K menu, correct?
Yeah, but the doesn't do Dolby Vision, and the video is better on the
V. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I have the C, I have the V, and I have the old Strato S.
I had a Strato S too.
Yep.
I had with a 8 terabyte Strato S.
6 or 12.
6 or 12. Then I had the 6.
Yeah.
And I sold it for good amount. I got good money back for it. Now,
I was thinking about doing that but that's the thing though. I didn't want the menus to come in, and I probably won't even notice it. I'm just hung up on it.
Do you have a Lumigen?
Yeah.
You're not gonna. Don't worry about it. The Lumigen does its scaling for that 1080p, and it looks fine. It's not. You're not gonna miss it. Trust me.
Because I have the Strato V hooked up now to the Lumigen, and I kind of can. I kind of can.
You can see the difference.
I don't. Really care.
I mean, I can see the difference. That bugs me too, because it's so expensive, and Apple TV could do it. Why can't Strato V do it? Come on.
Right. Exactly.
If an Apple TV can give you 4K menu, why can't the Strato V do it? But they're saying, I spoke to them about it, and they said that it's the chipset that they use for it. It's a limitation of that chipset.
Right.
But you know what? It's fine. Once you don't see it anymore, once you get rid of that C, or that Strato S, and you start playing with the menu, you're not gonna miss it.
So Anthony, the Lumigen, he asked, how is the video better with DV on a Lumigen and a projector? So what the Lumigen does, it can actually take the DV package, convert it back down to SDR, and then pump it through your projector. So that's how that works in the chain. With Rec 2020 versus 720.
Yeah, I could tell you this, that I've gone back and forth between the Dolby Vision version of a movie and the HDR10 version of the movie, and it's difficult to tell the differences.
Yeah, very difficult.
But very difficult to tell the differences. And Chris Steering, the guy who calibrates, says that there's really no point, just use the HDR10. But there's other factors too that I saw. Like when I had the Strato S, I made it a point to send an email to Kaleidoscape, because I compared. There was a scene in Star Wars where there's these vertical lights on the ship, right? That had a chroma alignment issue where the red was coming out a bit on the white part of the ship, the red light. And when I compared it to the 9000 of Star Wars, put the disc in, that was sharp and there was no crosshair issue, like nothing. It was just red light and then the white strip part of it. Where on the Strato S, it was bleeding into the white. And I send them pictures pointing this out. I mean, it was there. There was no doubt about it. It was there. And they realized that and noticed that, but they were never really able to fix it on the S. It got better if I would switch it to 444 instead of 422. It made that better, but it was still there. With the Strato V, it's completely gone. But that's looking at things with so much detail. It's like getting so involved in watching a movie that you've watched so many times, and then noticing that.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, most people won't even. They'll be like, come on, give me a break," when they see that. But it's something that I pointed out to them, and they did notice it. But I guess again, like the 1080p menu on the Strato V, it's limitations sometimes of the hardware. That's why, even though Kaleidoscape has the majority of the time is going to have an excellent picture, when I compare it to the image that I get out of my 9000 on disc, it's very difficult to tell the difference. And in all honesty, sometimes I feel that the 9000, the Panasonic 9000 with the disc playing back, some look better, some look worse. So if you're on, if you're on the fence about a Kaleidoscape because of its cost and everything, of course, the discs are just as good. There's no hurry to buy a Kaleidoscape if you have a disc collection. If you want to go up to
would you say that's the with or without a processor?
With or without a processor, it doesn't matter. The 9000 can give you such a great image, the Panasonic players. But the problem that's going to happen is that eventually there's not going to be any more disc. Let's face it. But in the meantime, right? If you have that option, it's a good one. If that's all you can get, so be it. Enjoy your discs because they look fantastic.
You got your fingers over the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There, Nelson.
No, yeah, they look fantastic. So yeah. Anyway, so as we keep going,
real quick, let me answer this question for Anthony. He says, "So can the Mad VR?" Right now, the Mad VR cannot process DV for the current version that I'm aware of, neither the Core or the Extreme. So the only one that's able to do it is the Lumigen currently.
Yeah,
to roll it back.
Yeah, I think the Mad VR can do Dolby Vision as well.
I asked Ryan on a live stream before,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
said no. And
No, not yet.
Ryan works
Oh.
for them. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So,
Even
yeah,
the
so
extreme cannot do it.
correct.
Wow.
yeah, I was aware that they could, but I could be, if you're telling me it's coming from the source, then I guess it can't.
Yeah,
So
I asked a question before, like in chat, and
yeah,
they answered it.
yeah.
So
Okay, cool.
that wasn't too long ago either. So, but I could be incorrect, but I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure that's we said that it couldn't process
Mhm.
TV right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. And then the next thing on the line after the Kaleidoscape is the Panasonic 9000. Then I have two Panamax MR5. And then under that I have the Zapiti Signature, which with the Evolution app, I love that thing. It's perfect. I backed up all my entire library.
Right.
Um,
And I tell you
because
what, that's a PD. I have the Revolution player,
Mhm.
and that's a PD upconverts phenomenally
Yeah.
without any process, or
Yeah.
without the Lumigen hooked up.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does a fantastic job upconverting.
Mhm.
So I still have my Zapedi also.
Mhm.
So the signature version also. So
Right.
but
So
yeah,
yeah, this Wikipedia I spoke to, because I was like one of the first people to buy like a Zapedi in the States. And I spoke a lot to Raphael from Zapedi, who's
Yeah.
now in Evolution. And this player, the signature version of this, I bought it a year before they went out of business, but this thing is so solidly built, I will never get rid of it. And the other day, it stopped powering up, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't believe this!" And then Dan Carpenter, who's on, I think he's on the line, he told me, "Nelson, just try removing the fuse. Maybe it's the fuse that went out." And thankfully, that's what it was. So
Oh,
then it was up and running again.
nice.
Yeah. And then I got a PS5. Um, and then under that, it's a Kaleidoscape Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
It's the Alto.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, damn.
You know
Yeah,
why I have that?
that's
Because
to catalog all your movies.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
one point, they made it now that you can just buy a drive. But at one point, this was the only way to catalog.
Yep.
You had to get this. So I was at Best Buy, and it was in the Magnolia section. And I told the guy, "Hey, you selling that?" He goes, "Yeah." Said, "I'll take it. How much?" He said, "Give me $500."
Wow. And
So I
that should
picked it
have
up.
4 terabytes, 4 or 6 terabytes on it too, right?
Yes, yeah, and then you can combine that hard drive with the hard drive that's on my 18.
Nice.
But you can only play or HD on that, correct?
Correct. So anything that I have HD, I put on here,
Mm-hmm.
which is not a lot because I don't have a lot of regular HD movies anymore. But I have a decent amount. I filled up that entire 4 terabytes with HD movies. And then for my amplifiers, for the surround channels, is the Outlaw, the 7000X, and I have 2 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So that's
Very
the
nice
entire.
setup.
Thank you very much.
That's a heavy GT rack you got.
Yeah, it is
Oh.
packed. Yeah.
Yeah, this is I bought this in Dream Media. It's strong.
No, that's
Strong
the
rack.
strong,
Yeah.
the strong
The
rack.
strong racks, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically that is the tour.
That is
Very
awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite record to play? Do you have a collection? Record
Yeah,
player?
I did it more for nostalgia, and this is the one that made me get records again. I'll show you this thing here. the Star Wars box set.
Bro.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Look at this thing.
I didn't even know they had that on freaking.
And it
Dang!
has all the albums.
Wow!
oh, wow.
I got it
You
on
know?
DVD.
I
I didn't know it came out on record.
said, "Oh man, that's cool. I want that." And then I bought a turntable.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
thinking
no.
about buying a turntable. One of the YouTubers, he reviewed one, and I thought it actually plays the record like standing up.
Yeah,
Right?
they have
Oh
those
yeah,
ones.
And I was like, man, I want one of those. And then I looked at the price; it was like $3 or $4 grand for that thing. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't
You don't
know
love
how-
it that much.
Vertical versus horizontal. It's like, I'm all right playing.
I'm all right with that. I'll just buy this one over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me clarify something. So Anthony, thanks for correcting me. So I did just take a look at this, and so I just asked Google, does MadVR process Dolby Vision? It says no, it
It
doesn't
does
directly pass through.
LLDV, right?
Right. So it's same thing the Lumagen can do.
Yeah.
It can convert it down to SDR. So thank you for correcting me for that, Anthony. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it
So
has
yes, it does.
LLDV.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but it can't directly pass it through like we're saying. So
Yeah.
let's see here.
Yeah, like
But
most
it can convert it though.
All right, let me go back to
Yeah,
my
I mean,
desk.
both tools are really, both devices are great, whichever one you get.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
For sure.
I tell people get a MadVR or Lumagen before you upgrade your projector or something. Try it.
Yep.
You might not need a projector upgrade.
So, dude, yeah, that's
That's
you're
a beautiful
you're
beautiful
definitely-
theater.
You're definitely Star Wars versus Star Trek. You do like both, but
I do like both, yeah.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm a
but-
Trekkie too, you know.
yeah. That's always a question.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, that Star Wars box set is not cheap.
What the album?
Divinely, yeah,
Yeah,
the record box.
They still have it. They still have it available.
Now on eBay, I
Oh.
think I used to check it out on eBay. It was like $600-700, and it's like no,
Yeah. So
I'll just go on Disney or somewhere and go listen to the soundtrack.
So Nelson, I don't know if you'll be happy, but my son, he had a intervention when we went to Disney and we were walking in Disney Springs.
Mhm.
He's down on the dark side.
So he chose a side for sure.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, man.
So yeah, so he turned 6. So he chose a side. The mass speaks all the phrases, and
that's awesome.
he hasn't seen the movies yet.
Oh
So-
no,
so
yeah,
we're-
he's still
so
too
we're-
young.
Yeah,
My
so we're
grandson's
gonna,
the same age, you know. And he's into Minecraft, you know.
right. Yeah, he just started playing that actually too. We actually bought him the for his Nintendo Switch. We bought him the game, but I don't let him play online because everybody's gonna be
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna
So-
learn a lot too. Way too much, way too fast.
He's gonna be really on the dark side.
Like, Dad, why the hell haven't you built your effing theater yet?
You know that JVC is stopped production of their projectors until the tariff situation gets
Oh really?
better. Yeah,
For the residential projectors, right?
I didn't hear that news.
yeah, I read that and I was like, oh man. And you know that NZ900
Yes.
went up to, oh my god,
How much did it go up?
$30,000.
Because it was 25, right?
Yeah, it went up to 30. It's
Wow.
like,
Bucket.
you know,
Drop in the
That's-
bucket, man.
that's outrageous. You know,
Yeah.
but a lot of people like the Barcos too.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, Barcos are making a comeback, man. I've seen a few people get Barcos, man.
Yeah. And but I've always been a JVC guy because I came from CRT projectors that had good black levels.
Yeah.
So I wanted something that had good black levels. And then when I saw their first projector, the JVC, you know, I went to a home theater cruise back in the day with with the ABS Forum, and they had like a show on the ship, and JVC was there, and they introduced the JVC RS1 at that time, and that's what got me into JVC projectors.
Nice.
Yeah.
You were hooked ever since.
Oh yeah, I like JVC.
Man, I can imagine just hanging $30,000 in the roof in my house, man.
That's crazy. Trust me, I didn't pay that for my NZ9.
Just hanging it there, just
I
looking.
bought it like 3 years after it was released.
Yeah.
Got a good deal.
Ideally, you shouldn't pay full prices for these things, but if you
Yeah.
know, you know. So, you know.
I think this is my end game projector. I don't think I can get another one after I retire.
Yeah.
You know?
Until they come out to the NZ 19, which one now?
The real
9100. Oh, the
Yeah,
NZ 10,000. That's gonna be the next one, 1,000 or whatever.
Yeah, they definitely bumped the price up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, $29.99.
$29.95. It was $25, so they
Yep.
bumped it up $4,000. Man.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that's outrageous, right?
Yeah. So the NZ900 is the same projector as the 4200. It's
Yeah.
just one is a dealer series, one is not.
The
So
Pro Series, yeah.
So yeah, that's crazy. I didn't realize they bumped that up because of the tariffs.
Yeah, they say it's great theater. Your theater looks great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that entrance, man. Oof, you need to show that off more. It looks really clean, man.
So is your fish tank Star Wars themed or what?
Nah, it's just a saltwater.
Probably has Nemo in
Oh
there.
man,
Yeah, I got
that's your
Nemo and
He didn't want to
that's your
show
next
us. That's why.
upgrade, man.
That's where Nemo is hiding.
yeah, they were sleeping already.
Okay, yeah.
They're on a
So
light
they don't get affected by the base, I guess, coming out.
No,
and
no,
stuff like that.
and I surprisingly, because I had so much insulation in between that wall, I don't even hear it in the theater room.
Oh, okay.
Once it locks, I have a lot of seals everywhere. Once the
Mhm.
doors close, it's pretty quiet in that room.
Gotcha.
That's good.
Yeah, and now
Yeah, that I would be worried about that, because those I had a saltwater tank for a while, and some of those fish can be pretty expensive,
Oh, dude, you ain't kidding, man. You ain't.
I had an Emperor Angel. I think
Oh, you did?
way back in this was probably 20 years ago. I had one of those, and I mean, at that point they were $100 just for one of those,
Yeah.
and all it takes is a little bit of the water going off and your whole tank is gone.
Oh yeah, I have I have a room that's like a laboratory, man, where I mix my water and everything, But I enjoy it. That's probably my second hobby that I really.
That's
really
cool.
enjoy.
You have the biofilter too, or sand
Yeah.
filter?
I have a sump in the bottom of the tank, and
Yeah.
it's a biofilter.
Mhm.
So I've been doing it now for 2 years.
I enjoyed it. I put crushed coral. I made a mistake of putting crushed coral as the rock in there, and then cleaning the glass. It scratched the glass of my of my tank up.
Yeah, a lot of people do that sometimes, and then they get scratches and yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, it was so. But I enjoyed it too. It was fun. But when I moved to Florida, I had to get. They weren't going to make a 16-hour drive. So
you traded your fishes for alligators?
That's exactly what I was going to say, man. You went from saltwater fish to saltwater alligators. Like, what?
It's like down fishes. You don't swim the gators, man.
Alligators are so common in Florida that did you hear the story where someone held up a Wendy's drive-through with an alligator?
Oh no!
Yeah, it's true story. It's
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, what?
I mean, I can show you pictures of like on Facebook of alligators walking up to my neighbor's door.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and big size alligators too.
Yeah. This guy had one in his car. He was like using it like a gun, like give me your food. Or
I live
only
on
in
the
Florida,
Everglades,
man.
basically.
Only in Florida.
Yeah, I live like I can throw a rock to the Everglades. That's how close I am.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Cool.
but
Yeah.
All right.
well, Nelson, we definitely appreciate you joining us
Oh,
today.
I
You have
appreciate
a
it.
you have a beautiful theater. You
It
know,
is.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
so how
Everyone
far
has
back is
such a
that
cool
projector
theater.
from the screen where you got it mounted?
12 feet?
12 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So you got maximum brightness as much.
yeah.
as you
Well, the thing about the NZ9 is with the bigger lens, it has a better throw distance too. So than the one that I have, the NZ8. So you can move it a lot closer too.
Yeah.
So it's but yeah, it's that you definitely have a beautiful theater there for sure.
Thank you. You know.
Appreciate you coming on and sharing it with us.
Yeah. I actually I had a four-way screen in my other theater. I had a four-way masking system
Oh, okay.
for 4:3 images and 16:9 and 240.
Now, was that manual or was that
That
automatic?
was automatic motorized, but it was
Wow.
only 100 inches.
Okay.
So I said I wanted to go a little bigger, and Dan bought that screen from me. He's using it now, very happy.
Was that what brand of screen did you have for the four-way masking?
Stewart,
Stewart.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but a lot of stuff too, you know, and you can get a lot cheaper in the second market, you know, in the used market, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
just gotta look, you know.
Got to be patient. Got to.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like I said, no rush for Kaleidoscape, people. it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's convenience, but come on, you know.
I haven't actually done the comparison to the like you've done with to the I have the 9000 also. It's in my rack. I can tell you what, if you enjoy 3D, I did enjoy putting the disc in and watching 3D through that.
Right.
Through
And I
the
have
9000.
a lot of 3D titles. I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
Because that was a big thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean,
3D has to
Pacific
be,
Rim just looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Coming through that and then being converted with the Lumigen. I mean, just phenomenal. I can't.
Yeah.
It's like you're standing in between,
Yeah.
the people. That's how good it is.
Yeah. The only thing that 3D is just that it takes a hit because of those glasses, and then it gets dark, you know. And
well, I was showing people on a couple shows back that the expand glasses literally are the identical to the JVC glasses.
Yeah, those are the ones. Yeah,
and they're less expensive than the JVC, and I think that the JVC glasses are a little bit darker also.
They are.
So that with the expand glasses, you get a little bit more of the brightness back with them.
Yeah. But when things are made for 3D and not converted, they're amazing. Avatar, for instance, is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff that's IMAX that opens up, like Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that in 3D?
I've not seen that one in 3D yet.
You got to watch Black Panther in 3D when they get into Wakanda. And it opens up in IMAX. Mm-hmm. That looks amazing in 3D, man.
Wow.
You know, it's like, wow. It's like you're right there, you know. So
yeah, I'll have to check that out. I have like 140 titles, so I can't even remember how many, what I have and what I don't have. I used to use this as a PD app to keep me in line with what I got and what I don't have, but now I'm still waiting for our Revolution to come out with the mobile version so that I can be like, yep, I got that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think like the next line of projectors, you might not even see 3D on there anymore.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
I don't think it is.
Because I think Sony stopped doing it altogether.
Wow.
The Sony projectors.
That's a big one if Sony stops.
Yeah. So
I won't be buying a Sony then.
Yeah. If you like 3D, you got to stick with JVC, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Or I buy a Sony and keep the projector that I have now. And
that's all I was good about. Now you're gonna have to keep two projectors.
Yeah.
Not sure how you're gonna mount them, but
I got room. I got room underneath them. I can mount them underneath the box that I have. Just put them out right there.
Double mount.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
Well, listen, Nelson, definitely appreciate you joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
If you guys would like to be a guest on the show, please send us an email to hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. I believe that's how you reached out to us, right, Nelson?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. So we definitely appreciate you. We do have.
We need guests.
Yeah, we need some guests. So if you guys, I noticed some new faces in the chat. Thank you guys for joining us. If you have a home theater and you want to be a guest on the show and shoot the shit like Nelson and we did today, please come on and join us. So Nelson, you got an open invitation, man. You're a wealth of knowledge. So you're
welcome to all this comeback. And
you have the link. You have the link. We don't change the link. So unless we absolutely have to. So come back on and just join us, man.
Yeah. You don't have to stay the entire show. Just come on and spend some time with us and all our previous guests. You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, all of you don't do it at the same time on the same day.
I think what is it? StreamYard would limit us to a number, right? I think it was like 10 or 12 or something like that. So, but yeah, no, we'd like for this show to be kind of like a Zoom call to where you pop in, pop out. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened like that in almost 2 years now, but we would love for people just to pop in, pop out and share what they're doing for the week,
Yeah. So. Anthony, we would definitely love to have you on once you get your projector back. So
yeah, definitely. Well, please do all that great YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe. I'm still on the road to the very slow road to the 1,000 subscriber mark for me. So but it helps if you post videos because YouTube don't push live streams. So I think my last video was like 6 or 8 months ago that I posted, but I enjoy doing the live streams because I don't have to edit. So
I hate editing.
So yeah, that's part of the reason why. But hopefully we can bring you some content from Cedia while we're there too. So be on the lookout for that. Nelson, hang on while we end the show. But we'll see you in the green room here in a minute or so. But thank you guys. Thank you for joining the show.
Cheers, everyone.
See you next weekend.
Stay safe.
Yep.
Watch
something fun.
Watch a movie. Stop watching demo tracks. Watch movies. Watch Sound of Music.